YouTubers and YouTube watchers. Halloween is literally just around the corner. So, what better way to give you the top 12 trivia facts on the original Halloween film. Number 12. Due to the film's shoestring budget, the prop department had to find the cheapest mask possible in a costume store. A Star Trek William Shatner mask. They teased out the hair, spray painted the mask white and reshaped the eye holes. For years, William Shatner himself did not know that his likeness had been used in the film. He has since stated that he is honoured by the gesture. Number 11. Of the female leads in the film, who are depicted as being in high school, only Jamie Lee Curtis was a teenager at the time of shooting. Number 10. This was Jamie Lee Curtis's first feature film, and she was paid a reported $8,000 for her efforts. Number 9. Jamie Lee Curtis was so disappointed with her performance that she was convinced that she was going to get fired after only the first day of shooting. Later that night, her phone rang and it was John Carepenter on the other end. Curtis was convinced that this was going to be the end of her movie career. Instead, Carpenter called to congratulate her and to tell her that he was pleased with the way things had gone. Number 8. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee were approached to play the role of Dr. Sam Loomis. They both turned the role down due to the low pay. Christopher Lee stated years later that it was the biggest mistake he had ever made in his career. Number 7. Donald Pleasence shot all of these scenes in only 5 days. His screen time amounted to just 18 minutes. Number 6. John Carpenter's intent with the character of Michael Myers was that the audience should never be able to relate to him. Number 5. Michael Myers is referred to as The Shape in the script and in the end credits for the film. The word shape was used by the Salem witch trials judges to describe spectres or spirits causing mischief or causing harm to another person. Number 4. The original script, titled The Babysitter Murders, originally had the events taking place over the course of several days. It was a budgetary decision to change it so it happens on one night. This reduced the number of costume changes and locations required for shooting, and it was decided that Halloween, being the scariest night of the year, was the perfect time for all of this to happen. Number 3. The story is based on an experience John Carpenter had in college whilst touring a psychiatric hospital. John Carpenter said that he met a child who stared at him with a look of evil, and it terrified me. Number 2. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill have stated many times over the years that they did not consciously set out to depict virginity as a way to defeating a rampaging killer. They have stated that the reason the horny teens all die is because they are so preoccupied with having sex. Laurie Strode, on the other hand, who spends most of her time on her own, is much more alert. Number 1. From a budget of $300,000, the film went on to gross $70 million worldwide. In 2014 takings, that would be the equivalent of $250 million, making Halloween one of the most successful independent films of all time. So that concludes our Halloween trivia trilogy of a creature feature, sci-fi horror and slasher horror. Hope you've all enjoyed them. If you have any random trivia yourself on any of the films that have been used for this Halloween trilogy of trivia, then please share them down below in the comments section as per usual. Please have a look at us in our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And keep an eye out for more random trivia coming your way.